AFTV, Mo, impressed today or?
Clean sheet! We kept a clean sheet! Happy, man. Tell me no one's complaining today.
Do you know what? People ain't really complained, but obviously people are concerned, I'd say.
Good.
That they're concerned that even though great, clean sheet, we can see that we've got two quality strikers up front, but it's still a bit worrying at the back.
Yeah,
Cech saved us today, didn't he?
He did, and look, for me, I want to focus on Cech a lot in this interview because he's taken a lot of stick for the fact that he's not good with his distribution, not good playing out the back. Today he was brilliant, and I have to say today, you imagine if it was Leno in goal and he pulled out the performance that Petr Cech pulled out today. All of us would be saying, see, told you so, we know better. See, that's why we wanted Leno to start. The fact is, Cech pulled out a performance today that no one can have any complaints with. Even in terms of distribution, look, he threw one straight off the pitch. There was one pass where he played out. It was a little bit dodgy, but it got to the man. Couple of moments. Overall, though, distribution was fine. It was okay. And the shot stopping, the command of the area, the confidence that he instilled in his defenders was absolutely brilliant. So massive, massive respect to Petr Cech for performing like that today.
You've got to say to the manager, you've got to say, you've got to big the manager up because it's a very brave decision to a keeper that you paid a lot of money for to have him on the bench. There must be even people upstairs saying, hey, hold on, mate. Paid a lot of money for this guy, man. When are we going to see him? But he's like, no, I'm giving everybody. He's actually standing by that, isn't it? Because you hear a lot of managers saying, listen, I've come in now and I'm going to take a look at everybody first and see. But they don't really do it, do they?
Yeah. Exactly,
but he's doing it, isn't he?
He is, yeah. But to be honest with you, I think to myself, against Vorskla, you look at Leno, and there's nothing in there, nothing in his performance to suggest that you should be displacing Petr Cech. Because for all of the talk
he weren't
about,
tested though, was he really in that?
Well, I mean, I didn't really think that he did enough to say I should be the number one. I'm not saying that he had a bad game necessarily. I don't think he could have saved those two shots that went in. But I'm just saying that there was nothing in that to say Petr Cech shouldn't be starting. And the thing for me is that over the course of the season, I do think it will change. I do think if by the end of the season Leno's number one, I'm not going to be surprised. But you have to displace Cech. It's got to be a meritocracy here. And Cech was a starting keeper last season. There's no reason to drop him. And if he carries on performing like today, all of that conversation around who should be in goal, all of that conversation will be over. So that's the first thing. Big up Petr Cech.
He's done a similar thing with Bellerin as well, isn't it? He said, Lichtstein has come, obviously Lichtstein has come to play. But he's saying the same thing with that as well. He's saying, this kid's playing well. He's staying in.
And I'm glad you brought up Bellerin because coming into the game today, I was worried about Richarlison. He's been on a ban and he's one of the Premier League's form players. And I thought to myself, who's he up against? Bellerin. And what did Richarlison do today?
I think, though, in the first half, there was a couple of occasions where he did get away from him. He just weren't clinical. That worried me, but I thought in the second half, he definitely, he handled Richarlison brilliantly in the second half.
To me, I always call Monreal Mr. Consistent, right? And for me, Everton, when they looked dangerous in the first half, it was actually down Monreal's side, not down Bellerin's side. And I think sometimes you don't notice when a defender has a good game. You notice when a defender has a bad game, for sure. But you don't notice when they have a good game. And Bellerin, he was constantly attacking in the first half, put a brilliant ball in when Monreal nearly scored from it. And the key thing there is that Richarlison, the absolute danger man, didn't really do much today. So that surely means that Bellerin actually, do you know what? He got the balance right in terms of attacking and keeping the danger man quiet. So well done to Bellerin as well. There's two players that are much maligned and they've done all right today. And then for me, Torreira, love watching him play. He's a dynamic player. He's got real intensity, and I just kind of feel like I just praise Bellerin obviously, but the one thing about Bellerin that I think almost sums up a lot of players in the Arsenal team, they're not uncompromising. When you go up against them, you don't think to yourself, they're really going to make me have a difficult time today. Anything I want to do is going to be difficult for me to do. Bellerin is kind of too nice, but Socrates and Torreira, two of our new signings, are very uncompromising players, and I really like seeing that. Yeah, we definitely need that. And I hope that other players kind of just pick that up, because when you look at our greatest teams, they were all very uncompromising. Even the players with grace and class like Dennis Bergkamp, they were very uncompromising players. They did not want you to have an easy game. So I hope that kind of infiltrates into the team a little bit more, because we'll be better off for it. And the difference between Arsenal and Everton today for me, strikers. First half, second minute, Calvert-Lewin gets a chance and he doesn't put it away. Walcott, he kind of got through as well at one point, didn't put it away. We know about Walcott and the frustrations we have with this game. And the difference is, Lacazette, as soon as you've got Lacazette and Aubameyang on the pitch, it doesn't matter if it's 0-0, it doesn't matter if you haven't been that great, in any moment they can be clinical. And Lacazette really showed that. That goal today was a peach, absolute quality, yeah. So, you know, that's the difference, you know, and we've had, after our 2 games where we lost, we've done all right. We've won all the games, and we looked at the fixture list and we said, you know, all of these games are winnable, and we're winning them. So we can't have too many complaints. The next 5 as well, they're all winnable. So we should win them, and we'll see where we are. Right now, we're above United in the league, level on points with Tottenham, and if we carry on doing this, we will close that gap to the teams that, you know, we know that they're better than us, but we will close that gap, and hopefully we can like try and make a case for 4th place. But overall today, very good day. You can't complain.